As a pastor and as a husband and also as a man, I find myself often having to counsel fellow men, counsel couples, counsel those who are desperately in need because their marriages seem to be falling apart. Now, sadly, it seems that the people who are suffering difficulties in marriage are actually younger and younger. Marriages don't seem to be lasting as long as they used to. Some people find reason to throw in the towel 6 months after they've said, I do. And if you're in that situation where you've come to the point where you say, I don't, maybe because something has happened, maybe you've been together for a good period of time and something catastrophic took place. I want us to talk about for a few moments why we're seeing so much atrophy in marriages these days. What's happening to the relationships that really should be the backbone of our society? My name is Kwame Rubadiri. You are watching CITAM Church Online. Marriage used to be one of the most important and most stable institutions of our society. And it seems that the more we go through this life and the more we hear about marriages falling apart or going through difficulties, we seem so insensitive to that. It's almost like, well, we expected that that will be the way things go. We don't realize that when marriages fall apart or when marriages experience atrophy, the result is far-reaching for generations. It impacts children who may be a part of that family relationships. It impacts the way in which the rest of society looks at marriage. And I'm speaking specifically here about Christian marriage, marriage as given to us by God. This is what God intended in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 24. The Bible says, this is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. I think it's this concept of oneness that has been misunderstood and also come under tremendous spiritual attack as well. When God talks about marriage, or when God introduces this whole institution of marriage, it is that a man and his wife, a man and a woman, come together and they form one solid, unbreakable relationship for a lifetime. When this falls apart for whatever reason, maybe there's been a misunderstanding, maybe there's been abuse, maybe just people changing their minds, etc., or feeling that they've made a mistake, or feeling the pressure of the world around them. It is a direct attack on the whole notion of oneness. And the fact that we don't necessarily understand that or hold true to it is where things begin to fall apart. The fact is that for anyone who is married and anyone who wishes to enter into marriage, marriage requires work, and it is a lot of work. It's daily work to build something that is going to stand the test of time and be united for that period of time. As long as we have a clear understanding about what God means by being one in our thinking, being one physically, being one in our purpose, in our desire to accomplish things in this world, as long as we understand what that means from a biblical point of view, it helps us and strengthens us and strengthens the marriage bond itself to keep us from allowing things to fall by the wayside. We need to work on oneness. We need to work on coming together. And if you've experienced a breaking away or a drifting away from that oneness, we want you to get in touch with us. We want to give you some support and some help. We have a counseling system here at Christ is the Answer Ministries that can come right alongside you and support you and your spouse. If you've been separated, if you're considering a divorce, that's not the end of the story. And we want to give you hope. We want to give you something that you can build upon. Most of the time, our bodies lack strength because we don't exercise, we don't get out, we don't work, and we're not active. One of the most important ways to keep our marriages active is to work on them, is to have a conversation around them, and to keep building that relationship, that connection on a regular basis. We want to help you know how. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you pass on this information. If perhaps you know someone who's going through a difficult time in their relationship and marriage, we want to be able to help them. So get in touch with us right here at CITAM Church Online, and we'll be more than happy to support you. Send your information, your questions, or your need right there in the chat section below, and we'll get back to you within the week. God bless you.